Now what's happening here is I haven't started it all weekend. I was up in Flagstaff, so it tends to, if it's sitting for a while, it tends not to start right away. So I've got to kind of hold the glow plugs for a bit longer than usual. They're self-regulating, so they're not going to burn out. Also got to put my foot on the pedal to send more fuel into the chambers. It's being pretty stubborn right now. I just had it going, but I didn't have the camera going, obviously. I gotta wait. So what happens with a diesel vehicle, if you don't know, is these are called glow plugs, and they heat up the chambers, and the diesel works by using compression to, I guess you could say, explode the fuel rather than spark plugs to burn it. And you can see it almost took there. Okay, this is take 3, I guess. So I'm holding the glow plugs, warming up the chambers again, and it's about 75 to 80 degrees out. So this is actually kind of unusual if I've been driving it regularly, but like I said earlier, I haven't been. So it's going to be a bit harder. So that's been about 20 something seconds. I'm gonna try it again. Oh, don't need that anymore. Alright. It's very close to starting up. This is actually pretty annoying. Now, before, when I first bought this vehicle, I had the original starter on it, which is a direct drive starter, and those were used in older vehicles, and I'm not sure if they still use them today, but they use a lot of battery power to turn the engine. Problem with that is, once the starter starts to go bad, it'll start spinning the engine slower and slower and slower. And it tends to be a bit more severe in a direct drive starter than a traditional gear reduction starter, which is a newer kind of starter. And those use gears, called a gear reduction starter, to start the engine. And a significant difference with that is, because it uses gears, it's able to spin the engine much faster. And that's why that sound, that chucking sound, that's actually the starter turning the engine. So that's an upgrade. It's not available in stores, so to speak. You got to kind of hunt for it. It's not the cheapest thing either, because it's a diesel. And it wasn't a... This engine isn't the most common out there. Okay. There we go. Alright. So what's happening now is my foot's actually on the gas right now, because I gotta let it warm up. And typically I let it warm up at around 1,000 RPM for a bit, and I'm actually making a lot of smoke. And this will continue for about a couple minutes. And once it stops smoking so much, at that point I know I can drive. If I were to put it in gear right now, it would probably shut off. Yeah, my neighbors are actually kind of angry right now, I can tell. They just ran in the house. But it would actually shut off because the engine's too cold. I'm going to kill this video and I'll continue later.